Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Artisan Pirate here, and in today's fun video, we are on the road. We are in the beautiful town of Spencer, North Carolina, and we are at the North Carolina Transportation Museum. That's all the buildings you see behind me. This beautiful 60-acre site is geared toward railroad enthusiasts. It is 1 hour from where I live in Burlington, North Carolina, so it's a great day trip to come up here. I just entered the historic depot that's right in front of me behind the camera here and got my wristband and paid my admission price for today's. This wristband grants me access to everything the museum has to offer, little movies and everything. Now keep in mind, I'm not going to show you every single thing that this has. I'm mainly here to show you the railroading stuff. So really cool. I'm really excited to do this, and I want to start doing movies like this and videos like this to where I document stuff. Maybe if it's in my hometown or in a nearby town or just an activity I like to do, I want to start documenting it. And just keep in mind, since this is not a normal style video, I'm going to be filming freehand. So if you have motion sickness or anything like that, just keep that in mind and bear with me as I learn to do this style of video. But wanted this to be the first video I tried this format with. So let me get the camera off the tripod here. We will walk back and start at the historic depot and explore the North Carolina Transportation Museum. Let's go. And we just got our tickets. Admission today for me, one adult, was $6. They give you a wristband to put on whatever wrist, and they are color coded for different days, just to make sure no one's trying to sneak back in, obviously. But this is the train station where you get your tickets and information and area map. And now we are going to proceed. You see some old coaches right here. We're going to proceed down to the back shops where the main museum is. It's a little bit of a walk, but great exercise. Making progress on getting to the actual beginnings of the museum. Now the gift shop is housed in this building, and we will go through it before we finish up the video. Here is a Southern Railway telephone booth. Look how small that is. I could barely stand up and turn around in it, but really cool and on display. And we have made it to the back shops. Gonna go in and show you how massive this building is. You can tell this massive, very massive back shop. Just imagine rails coming through here where trains could come in and be worked on. They've got some historic cars here. And I'm not a car person. I like the trains. That's what I'm here for. And they host exhibits in here throughout the year. This has been added since I came last time. What does it say? Bobby Allison. Wow. Really cool. Have some older fire trucks over here. A Piedmont Airlines jet here. They've been working on this. They have a dedicated crew that comes in and works on this, and they've got parts lined all around. Looks like a Honda Goldwing. But just going through here, it's just hard to take into scale how massive this is without actually coming here. They have a massive gantry crane back there that goes over. I can't imagine how much power it would take to lift up an old steam locomotive. Lots of neat stuff in here if you're into the automotive side of history. Of course, this museum is geared toward trains. There you see one of the pits where they would pull the train in and you'd be able to clean it from underneath. I don't know if I'd be comfortable doing that, but if that was the job at the time, you would have to do it. Came around to get a better look at this beautifully decorated boxcar. And we are still in the back shops here, and this is called the Mercy train. A little bit of information about it. French Railways and WW2, World War II. But here are those pits I was explaining. They've got it fixed where you can cross over them now, but if a train would need work, you would go up under there and do your job. But we're going to head on and go to the Roundhouse, which is the main attraction for me. 200,000th car from Pullman Standards, Bessemer Plant, and Southern Railway Systems. They got something set up over here, and they've changed some stuff around since I've been here the last time, so evidently that's a theme, and it's always good to come back and just see what they have changed. Old Victorian style stagecoach there, or carriage. Really, really neat. But now we're going to head out of the back shop. We've walked all the way through it, and we are going to enter the Roundhouse, which is the star attraction for me. And you can already see one of the engines there peeking out. Welcome to the Bob Julian Roundhouse. And as soon as you enter, there is a historic steam engine. Really, really cool. And just look at this. So fascinating. Really, really cool. And see, they've got two trains out now, but we can actually go up in this Atlantic Coastline's 1031 train. Two old cabooses, and you see the turntable there for the Roundhouse. But now we are about to enter the cab of Atlantic Coastline's 1031. There you see the beautiful logo on the tender. You can see where the massive amounts of coal would go. But here we have the control panel. It tells you what everything is to get the engine going. And there is where the machine would come alive. And the engineer's seat right here. So just imagine, if you're sitting here driving this awesome locomotive, here would be your view, or straight out this window here. Really, really cool. Great place to come to if you're a rail fan. Now, forgive me, but I'm trying to film this freehand with the camera turned around and the screen out. When a train would pull into the station, this is kind of the view you would get. So you would not see the massive drive wheels that are down here, and we're going to go down the steps. Look at those. And I mean, they're almost as tall as me. I'm 6'2". Getting ready to begin its amazing journey. But usually this is all hidden from view, and from here up is all you would see of the train when it was in the station. Really, really cool to me. Continuing along the Roundhouse here, and it's so nice that they've got places for people to sit and rest and just take in the beauty of the locomotives. Speaking of beauty, here is the beautiful Streamliner Champion for Atlantic Coastlines. Really beautiful detailed diesel engine here. And love that shade of purple. Really, really cool. Have a diesel here. an original Norfolk Southern train. And what I love about this museum is these engines are not behind glass or behind a chain. You can actually go up and touch these engines. They're right here. One thing I really love about this museum as opposed to other museums. Here we have a breakdown crane. And it is obvious, do not climb on the equipment, but like I said, you can still come up and touch history. Not behind glass, not behind a chain, not on a display half a mile away where you have to have binoculars to see it, but right here and up close. Let's continue on. Now we are still in the Roundhouse. You can see back there where we just left, but they've dedicated a part of the Roundhouse to aviation and some aviation achievements, and they have a full-size replica of the Wright Flyer by the Wright brothers. And a little model diorama of Kitty Hawk. Now, before I exited out the door, I remembered that they have a huge diorama and model of what the whole facility of Spencer Shops used to look like here. So we are currently in the Bob Julian Roundhouse here. This is where we're currently standing in. There was the back shops we came through, and all the way over here, probably where those boxcars are, is where the ticket station is, where I got my wristband here for admission. The total site encompasses, I think, around 60 acres. So bring your walking shoes. Now we will continue through the door and continue around the Roundhouse. Now, we just left this area here, which is the workshop area of the Roundhouse, where they take care of the engines, they maintain them and restore them. So I didn't talk there because I didn't know if my voice would be over all the noise. So I just walked through it real quickly, but feel free to take your time and watch them work on the engines when we enter this part of the Roundhouse. This Roundhouse is massive. When you come through this door, you have a nice little photo op here and a Shay locomotive. These trains here do not have the traditional drivers on the sides like the other train we've seen. These were used, I believe, for logging purposes. And as I said earlier, this is usually what you would see of a train when it pulled into the station or a platform. You never got to see the beautiful drive wheels and all those gears in motion. I love the floor in here. It looks like they've just cut up blocks and they're end grains. I don't even know if they're glued down or not. But really, really cool, and makes a unique fake brick look. We have a switchboard for the trains. Really, really cool. Again, this museum is very hands-on. You can touch stuff, you can change things around, and I mean, a lot of museums are not like this. But really, really cool. There's the Shay locomotive again. And here we have a beautiful car. We are finally, there's the end of the Roundhouse. This Roundhouse is massive. The peak of luxury on rails. Check this out. Looks like they had marble toilets and sinks and tubs. This is a luxury travel coach. We have the meeting room area or dining area. And there's a little placard here about it. Owned by Charles Schwab. Here we have 4 beautiful, beautiful dioramas here. Representing different eras. The craftsmanship of these is amazing. Then you have one here with a trolley line. Look at where they've done all the wires for the trolley to run on. Really amazing. And we have finally made it to the other side of the Roundhouse. Now we will go out and walk around the other side. Some beautiful Norfolk and Western and Norfolk Southern coaches here. We'll go down the steps and proceed around the other way. And this will just show you the scale of the Roundhouse. We entered there at that train with the light on it, and we came all the way around, and popped out that door. Watch for trains. Please stay on the path. We will indeed. Like I said, if you decide to come up here, bring your walking shoes. The Bob Julian Roundhouse has been labeled as an historic mechanical engineering landmark. Spencer Shop's Roundhouse and Turntable, built in 1924. Amazing. Now that we've exited the Roundhouse, we have to go back through the back shop before going to the other exhibits. So we'll do that now. Now we just walked all the way down and come around. Now we are entering the gift shop. And they have a ton of Thomas the Tank Engine merchandise and a G-scale train. that goes over the gift shop. Getting ready to head out, but I just wanted to show you all that the Transportation Museum is in the heart of Spencer, North Carolina. And if you're into model railroading like I am, and you want to do some model railroad stuff while you're here, right across the street from the museum at that green awning there is the little choo-choo train shop. They sell model railroad accessories. They repair trains if you have a model train you want to get up and running. And they also do, here at Transportation Museum of North Carolina, the Polar Express train ride. Keep in mind, this is a special get your ticket in advance deal, and it's more than the original admission price that I paid today. As a single paying adult today on a Thursday, I paid $6 to get in and have access to the whole 60-acre site. And that is a fair price for what all you're getting and being able to touch history and do things like that. And they also do Day Out with Thomas events. So if you're wanting to do one of those, just check their website. I will link it in the description box below, and plan accordingly. And like I said, bring your walking shoes. Now let's get ready to wrap up the video, and I know just where to go to end the video. And I decided to wrap up the video today in the Roundhouse. This is my favorite spot in the whole museum, the whole 60-acre site. I could spend hours in here just looking at these beautiful machines behind me. I hope you have liked the video. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel, and also follow me over on Instagram at Artisan Pirate. Links to all my social medias as well as ways to contact me, the Artisan Pirate, will always be linked down in the description box below these videos. This is a new style of video for me, and if you guys want to see me take the camera off the tripod and go to places like this and show you guys around my great home state of North Carolina, or just places around my hometown of Burlington, North Carolina, please let me know down in the comments below. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel and also follow me over on Instagram. I'd really appreciate the support. That's about all for this one. And remember, guys, if I can make it or do it, so can you. I'm the Artisan Pirate. Take care, and I'll see you guys real soon.